Now here comes Princeton in transition. 22 is Ryan Tomio. Syracuse 3, Princeton 2.
Well, one way to confirm how much of an impact the sun has having on these players is to see what Princeton does when they get the ball on the other end on next quarter.
Tomio still with it.
Crowd wants a warding off call. His offhand was pushing the stick away of Fazy.
Beardsley is the defender now. He tried to go around with his stick. That draws the flag against Kevin Lowe. So here's another example of Syracuse with their aggressive style. They take those penalties, but for the most part, they dodge the bullet.
Kevin Lowe is very tough to wrap check on. He's a big player, 6'1", 175, very strong in the legs. And this time Beardsley gets wrapped up in there, doesn't let that check go. If he lets that check go and stays right behind him, he doesn't get the call. But he stayed on the lock, and he locks down that check. He's going to spend some time in the box.
Now here's the extra man opportunity for the Tigers. Reinhardt is on. He has both of the Princeton goals. That was intended for Reinhardt, intercepted, but loose in front, and there is Saran with great athleticism. Pulled that one down. He overshot the man on the sideline, Chad Smith. Transfer from Army, and Princeton gets it back.
Not a great move by Kevin Lowe because he tried to, tried to skip a man and go through 3 defenders to get the ball out front to Rhino. Now Reinhardt can get the ball, but it's really a risk, a high-risk pass that you don't normally see Princeton do. They're not a high-risk team.
Again, Lowe directs from behind. He has it in his stick now. Tormaro on the near side. Reinhardt's the point man out front.
In a standard 1-4-1 offense.
The cutter through, played man-to-man by Syracuse.
Now they're back to even up. Did you mention that, Dave?
Teams are at equal strength in the final minute of the first quarter. Syracuse 3 and Princeton 2. All the other Princeton players have moved, you see, away from the crease area, creating an opportunity for a give and go like that. And a great save by Saran. That was all by design. Move everybody out of the way and allow that give and go opportunity.
Beautiful job. They worked it to perfection. John Burstein, the senior out of Colorado, and Kevin Lowe working 2-on-2, and I think they liked Lowe against Reggie Thorpe. Beardsley was off the field. So now Burstein comes inside for the give and go, gets the ball, and how about that for a big-time save?
And it's not only that initial save, but play your own rebound. Princeton again with it now. Here's a move by Reinhardt. He's yet to be denied, and that's a pipe job, and the rebound comes out to Syracuse. They look to move in transition. Wittick legging it across. Wittick now putting it in the shooting position, gives it up to Donegan. Donegan can't keep control of it, and Bacigalupo has it. Upfield he goes. Princeton moving in transition. Will they take it right in on the cage, or will they slow it down? Simmers. Here's a save by Saran. The rebound in front, and a shot that's wide of Saran. And that is the end of a very exciting and highly competitive first quarter with Syracuse on top of Princeton 3-2. We'll return right after these words.
A free back-to-back home run offer from the Sporting News. Home run number 1, a free home run video. The power, the glory. Major League Baseball and the Sporting News have created a new video, the 50 greatest home runs in baseball history. And it's absolutely free with your paid subscription. The myth makers, the record breakers, they're all here, and they're all yours when you subscribe to the Sporting News, but only if you call this number for this amazing TV offer. Home run number 2, 4 free issues of the Sporting News. You'll get 4 free issues of great baseball, football, basketball, and hockey coverage. If you like it, you'll get 27 more issues at this great TV price. If not, just write cancel on the bill and owe nothing. The 4 issues are yours to keep. Remember, you'll get the 50 greatest home runs video and 4 issues of the Sporting News absolutely free. So call this number now and get your free back-to-back home runs.
Well, the featured players have yet to be heard from in terms of offense. Scott Reinhardt got the first 2 goals for Princeton. Then Fietta, Barr, and Lockwood came back for Syracuse. As we begin the second quarter, 3-2. The team in orange in the lead. This is Princeton with the ball. Paul Murphy legging it behind, where Lowe is never present.
Let's see if they work that Sun.
They feed the crease. A man coming on in a hurry, and he beats the Syracuse goalie to tie this game. What a sensational play that was, as Jason Buttles, racing on, unimpeded, got the feed and the tying goal.
Jason Buttles is one of the great-looking freshmen that Tierney has in there from Manhasset. And again, he's coming with the sun on his back. He comes charging across, looking for the feed. Murphy finally gives the ball up to the attacking Kevin Lowe. Now Lowe spots Buttles charging across. He immediately gets it out to him. And with the benefit of the sun at his back, that hard bounce shot, the last 4 goals of this game have been in that general same area, within 5 yards of the same spot.
Syracuse wins the face. Here comes Andy Pusher. He feeds it in a Ryder, and Bacigalupo comes up big. Behind the back shot will give Syracuse the possession.
Well, folks, that is why this man is the Division I first-team All-American player. That was an unbelievable save. It didn't look maybe as dramatic as it was, but he had no reaction time left. That shot was at close range, close to 100 miles an hour.
Is that a guess, or is that instinctive reaction?
I think in that instance, because he didn't have to move much, it was all reaction.
Here is Ryder. Hasn't scored yet. Archer hasn't scored yet. 3-3 game. 1 minute into the second quarter. Archer.
I'll tell you what, Dave. Ryder has Morrow on him, and I don't think he's going to score much. Morrow is sensational.
Archer playing patiently.
Now they freed him up. Now Morrow is still on him. Here's the matchup. Ryder against Morrow.
Look at Morrow down in the crowd. Syracuse goes way outside. Played there by John Barr. He's got one of the goals. Now Barr has it, moving in from the left. Stop and go. And a fake, and Barr gets it again. And he goes low, and it's deflected.
And Dave, the reason Barr is very active and he will be dangerous is because Higgins, the long sticks defenseman, the very talented number 25 for Princeton, is playing against Charlie Lockwood right there. Lockwood gives the ball up so that Barr can go against the short stick.
Barr, they look for that screenplay, a man popping off again, but they couldn't hit him. So Syracuse showing extreme patience. Here comes Ryder against Morrow. What a matchup. Took one on the head. So it's a free shot coming for Syracuse. Ryder.
Morrow can't believe it. He doesn't think it was a good call. Of course,
a lunge.
I guess nobody who gets a foul call usually agrees, but Morrow disappointed that he got that slap check to the head called on him. Extra man play for Syracuse. First quarter stats, look at the faceoffs. Princeton doing a good job there throughout the first part of this game. Ground ball, Syracuse likes to lead in that category for transition and save. Syracuse, Saran being put to the test twice as many times. Nobody scoring an extra man at this point, so here's another chance for Syracuse to light it up.
Right and close. Ryder couldn't get it, neither could Finn. The goalie has it, Bacigalupo.
Bacigalupo made 2 diving attempts for it, where most goalies wouldn't even think about that dive. Again, his reaction time is incredible.
That's Josh Miller with it, 35. And we get a timeout here, being taken by Princeton.
One of those possession timeouts. They had the ball, they're a man down, they want to make sure they keep it.
So there's a timeout on the field with a score: Syracuse 3, Princeton 3. This is an NCAA Productions telecast.
The game's greatest moments are on Prime Network.
Look at Derwin take it right to the hole. Wow! 54 laps into it, and the differential is not a car length. Oh, we have got a great race going on.
Being chased, gets away, may take it all the way. One more man to beat. Put it in the highlight book.
It's up the line, and it's good. Gilbert.
Prime Network. It's pure excitement.
Now's your chance to learn to drive a Winston Cup car by fast-tracking with Pocono and Prime.
Just mail a postcard with your name and address to this address. Then watch the Winnebago Cedar Ridge 150 June 12th live on Prime during Pocono's Champion Sparkplug 500 Weekend of Speed. Jimmy Spencer, driver of the Meineke Ford, and owner Bobby Allison will draw a winner during this NASCAR Sportsman event. The winner will receive an all-expenses-paid trip for 3 days of training at the Fast Track Driving School. Go fast tracking with Pocono and Prime.
Back in the first quarter, Syracuse took a timeout and ended up scoring right after it. Princeton now, in a 3-3 game, has taken a timeout.
And they'll start with the ball out in the midfield area, but they're bringing Kevin Lowe out to get it. The great attackman. And Beardsley's getting ready to defense him.
So that extra effort on the dive of Scott Bacigalupo. Here we go, 3-3 game.
Working out of the sun. I'm going to keep talking about it because I really think it's an impact, having an impact on those goalies at that end.
Let's see, the last 4 goals in the game have been scored at this end.
And in that same general area.
Taylor Simmers. Reggie Thorpe plays in, goes in front of the pick, will cut through the crease.
Simmers a tough kid, only 5'8", 150. As he's listed at 5'8", he's probably more like 5'6", 5'7".
Tomio on the move. Screen was set up there momentarily. It's tough to deal with the screen and the sun.
Not a bad shot to take by Brian Tomio. He's out there. He's got the sun there working on Saran. Coach is probably young. Go ahead and take it.
Beardsley is on low.
Beardsley has tremendous talent, a little more patience this year than last year, which makes him even tougher.
Reggie Thorpe tried to come over the top against Simmers. The ball comes free. Princeton has it again. Low angle shot. Good save by Saran. And Reinhardt
up front.
They work it around beautifully. And it's knocked down by Beardsley at the defense. He knocks it ahead. And Syracuse is in transition now. Beardsley moving in toward the box. Beardsley will crank. And a save, Bacigalupo.
Now he's in trouble. Beardsley has run the length of the field, and he won't have the legs to get back.
Syracuse trying to hustle back. Hans Schmidt. And there's a high, hard shot by Lowe. Look out, he scatters some in the crowd.
That was a big opportunity, Dave, for Princeton because Beardsley was caught down there. He was gassed. He was winded. The ball came back to Princeton on a fast break. They had a chance to shoot and hit the net. They just missed the 6x6.
3-3 game. Second quarter.
Changing midfield, so they're just trying to slow it down a little bit as the fresh legs come on.
This is Jason Buttles. He scored the last goal that tied the game. So Princeton has killed off the momentum Syracuse had when they scored 3 in a row.
This is a midfield made up of McDonough and Buttles, both freshmen, with Charlie Herrick, this senior with a lot of veteran experience.
Syracuse's defensive midfield is on. Schussler, Wittek.
And the long sticks on Schmidt.
There's a little weave by Princeton, and that was a pass that ended up becoming a shot. Saved by Saran, and here come the Orangemen in a full gallop again. Reggie Thorpe brought it over. He'll head back. Now Ryder.
I'll tell you, they look a little reluctant to run. That was a good opportunity where normally Syracuse, I mean, tell me, you watch them a lot. You see them up there at Syracuse very many times, and usually in that kind of situation, they're going to keep pushing that tempo and go for the fast break.
Archer being denied entry for the crease area.
And talk about being denied, Morrow is shadowing Ryder and trying to really deny him the ball. He's playing a very, very close, tough defense on Ryder.
Here comes Finn. He makes the move. He draws a triple team. Somebody's open, and Colsey misfired.
Defensive breakdown on Princeton. They left Colsey wide open. He just missed the goal.
Well, they tripled on Finn, and he found the open man. Colsey outside to play it. Gets a step, switching to the left hand. Here's a shot to score. Upper left-hand corner. Let's correct. That's Fietta who scored.
Mark Fietta shoots left-handed, diminishing his angle from the left, from the goalie's right. But really hit the mark. Tremendous accuracy. Fietta, sophomore, with 9 goals coming in, having a pretty good day. As he beats the midfielder out front, just takes that left-handed shot. He wanted the left. Beats the best in the business, Scott Bacigalupo.
It's only the second time this season Fietta has scored 2 goals in a game.
And that's that second midfield. Putting a lot of production in today.
Fazy and Finn.
Lockwood.
Finn's going to get it. Going behind the Thorpe pick. He slipped as he passed, but it's played by Chad Smith. Now Smith contending with Morrow to the far wing. Shot, save, Bacigalupo. Syracuse trying to harass Bacigalupo, who comes out now. The cage is open. They have a lot of trust in their defense, but did they get it across in time? They did not.
You've got 10 seconds to get it out of your own defensive area. That little area defined by the heavy white stripe. That's 20 yards in front of the goal. You've got to get it in there toward midfield in 10 seconds, and they didn't do it.
So credit Syracuse with defensive pressure in a 4-3 game. The Orangemen come back. They shoot low, and they shoot it in. That time it was Colsey with a bounce shot.
Well, this midfield is absolutely eating up the Princeton defense. Colsey, Fietta, Dom Finn getting a lot of pressure. And they are really making a big mark on this game. 5-3. Colsey's got tremendous talent. Here he beats the defense, Murphy. One quick step to the right. The slide comes late. The slide you saw coming over by Andy Hubbard. Not enough to get Colsey. Third-team All-American as a sophomore now. He's third-team All-American as a freshman.
Andy Pucia on the face-off. Ball comes toward Murphy, and Murphy's still not able to control it. Will he get control? He covered it up and carried it out.
See Taylor Simmers knock him down. Taylor Simmers right there, number 6. We're talking about 5'7".
Leaf, this being the second game of the day, and later in the afternoon the sun has baked the field, and the area in front of the cage, I would guess, has got to be a little thinner, a little harder, so a bounce shot might be a little tougher to contend with.
It's true, though, which is really maybe what the goalie would rather have. They know if it's a hard surface where the ball is going to bounce. It's a true bounce. When you have irregular surfaces, a little bit of wet surface, some softer spots out in front, tougher to read, tougher to know what spot it's going to hit. I think the goalies would rather have a totally hard surface so they can be very confident where that ball is going to bounce.
5-3 Syracuse, biggest lead of the game for the Orangemen. Princeton had an early 2-0 lead. Lockwood gets the step and fires. There's the laser, Charlie Lockwood.
Well, they're starting to blaze them in now. That same spot that Colsey shot from. Colsey bounces one low, and that one, laser, was very accurate description of that shot. Charlie Lockwood, All-American midfielder. Watch, high and hard, and right past Scott Bacigalupo, who looks a little bit unsettled.
And Princeton is going to take a timeout as they have fallen behind 6-3. And this crowd.
Isolation on Scott Bacigalupo. He watches that laser shot hit the net. Really not much to say about it when you get that close with that much velocity.
The crowd has really gotten into it behind the Syracuse bench. 6-3. We'll return to Byrd Stadium right after this.
Its design and performance are unsurpassed. Best of all, it saves up to 40% on energy. It's the high-efficiency Lennox Dimension air conditioner.
I'm Nevin Haynes of Modern Comfort. We take pride in selling Lennox energy-saving equipment.
Call Modern Comfort today. Commitment, value, respect. That's the Maryland Environmental Systems difference. Call them today.
For energy savings and comfort, must be a Lennox.
It's the toughest game on 2 feet as the Madmen from down under make their mark, battling head-to-head, staking their claim as kings of the continent. Australian rules football.
Fridays at 4 on HTS. O's keys to victory against the A's.
McGuire and Steinbach are threats. Deal with them accordingly.
O's A's, Monday afternoon at 4 on HTS.
For the first time in the game, there is a 3-goal deficit. 3-goal margin for Syracuse, a deficit for Princeton. Andy Pucia has been taking the majority of the faceoffs for Syracuse in this game. And he gets the ball back.
Well, one thing's for sure, I can't talk about the sun on those last 2 shots. Those are just great shots for the goalie, or to the goalie's left side.
Pucia gets the pass away as he's hit. Bettinger outside now. Reinhardt got the first 2 goals for Princeton.
Since then, Syracuse on a 6-1 run.
Here's Bettinger. Man popping out. And now they finally throw it to his way. That's Fred Amaya.
So Syracuse comfortable enough now that they're running a little bit of a third midfield.
Amaya, there's that pop-out play, and Ryder's shot is wide. Backed up. Here comes Princeton now. From behind, Archer tries to check it away from Nick Lane. Unsuccessful.
Nick Lane, 6'3", 195, a sophomore who really has done a great job along with Josh Miller.
There's a nice 2-on-1, and they fire it wide of Chris Saran, who hasn't had anything to do in the last couple of minutes.
Princeton has really been missing the cage a little bit here since those first early moments of quarter number 1.
Well, also Princeton now is kind of caught up in Syracuse's style. Kevin Lowe, played by Beardsley, gets in front of him. He was held.
Falling hold on Beardsley. I thought he did a pretty nice job. Kevin Lowe is a tough one to handle. Again, 175, 180 pounds, 6'1". Look at the strength in Kevin Lowe's legs, and that's where he gets all his strength for driving. Beardsley just rides him into the crease, gets caught for the hold.
There's a 1-on-1 move with Lockwood defending.
22 against 22.
And another shot that bounces way wide of the cage.
Really has been a problem for them lately, hasn't it, Dave? They haven't really put pressure on Saran. They've been missing the cage.
Did you see that? On the sideline, Reggie Thorpe and Taylor Simmers. Princeton will keep it.
Reggie Thorpe called for the push. They've had the advantage of the sun and really haven't had a chance to get many shots. Tierney trying to get the offense the way he wants it. Sideline play again. Thorpe drives out Taylor Simmers.
Syracuse has scored 3 straight goals in this game. We're under 6 minutes to go in the half.
Of course, the key to that for Roy Simmons is his team gets more comfortable. They handle the ball better. When they handle the ball better, the transition game starts getting in full gear.
Ball goes into the stick of Simmers. He beats a check by Lockwood, goes to the left hand, and there's a flag thrown after the shot. And Reggie Thorpe, I believe, is heading to the sideline.
Boy, Thorpe is really working over Taylor Simmers. Simmers took that shot to the last moment, really paid the price for it. Now, you're fair game. If you have the ball, you can, the body check is legal. That might have been a little excessive. As long as you hit above the waist, below the neck. So unnecessary roughness is the call.
Now the defensive midfield comes on for Syracuse. They continue to take those penalties.
Princeton has to make them pay for it. They need one here. They really haven't had a good shot in the last 10 minutes.
Oh, an unforced error as Reinhardt was thinking shot before he caught it. Syracuse gets it and loses it. And they may get it back with the numbers. Right now it's 4-on-3. Save Bacigalupo. He's out of the cage. Princeton has it with Reinhardt. Gets a stick in the face, and now the flag comes.
Syracuse doesn't like that call. The bench is going crazy, but they're going to get a call for a check to the face. Should be a slash, another minute penalty.
Matt Ryder guilty. John Desco, the assistant coach.
Nothing planned on that. Ryder was just very active with the stick, and the stick went high.
Syracuse had a 4-on-3 break. Bacigalupo, another big save. Or was it Finn who got him? Finn or Ryder, but we have a timeout taken by Syracuse. So we've got 4:47 to go in the first half. Syracuse on top of Princeton, 6-3. We'll come back to Byrd Stadium in just 1 minute.
Many people take everyday items for granted. Take the matchbook, for example. This popular item was invented in 1892 by Joshua Pusey of Pennsylvania. Many products are created or improved by the innovations of individuals. Ideas and inventions come from people in all walks of life. We believe these individuals, like you, are a great source of creativity. If you have an idea, invention, or new product you'd like to submit to industry, Invention Submission Corporation